So it's a little breezy out here in central Texas this morning, but it's 65 degrees already at like 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning. But I've got the 66 Mustang, the Hypo 289, and we got a fuel pump that needs to be replaced. So relatively easy, knock on wood, but relatively few tools that are necessary, and it's in a good place, especially with this big engine compartment, which I'll show you in a second, and the fuel pump being right up front. So this should literally take 2 or 3 tools, some rubber gloves. Make sure you're wearing old shoes that you don't care about because there's going to be some gas that gets spilled. Make sure you got some cat litter, which I'm going to throw on the floor under this, and we're going to get started. Hopefully you can see this and it's not shaky, but it is a little breezy today, and some of this I'm going to have to do with the handheld camera. But the reason why I know I need to replace my fuel pump here is, number one, you can see how it's a little wet around the top, and I was getting the gas smell in my garage. I found a couple of drips on the floor, so we got the Tidy Cat sprinkled all over the floor. And luckily for us, we're going to need a straight edge, a flathead screwdriver here for fuel line input. I've got the 1/2 inch line wrench for the fuel line out, which is going to go up to a fuel filter up here, which I'll probably need to replace as well. I should have bought it at the same time, but I'll go back to over to O'Reilly's, my favorite place to shop, and get that. And since we're using a line wrench, which is what I absolutely recommend doing so you don't strip this off, lucky for us, it's a 1/2 inch for the line wrench, the outlet, and then the bolts that mount this, there's only 2 of them, I think are 9/16, which yep, they're 9/16. So there we go there as well. You can use a ratchet. I'll probably use a ratchet because the other one's hidden back there, but that's what we're going to do. So we got some gloves, we got a flathead screwdriver, we got a line wrench. Right, hopefully I can just give you a close-up here of what I just showed you, but there's your inlet soft fuel line. There's your outlet hard fuel line, which runs up the front of the motor and over to the side of the carburetor over there. There's that fuel filter I was talking about as well that I'll replace, but not doing that today. Right now we're focused on the fuel pump. There's your 9/16 bolt, 9/16 bolt back there on the back side, and that's what we're going to do here. Let me get some rubber gloves on, and we'll get started. By the way, probably not necessary, but when I'm doing something like this, I always go back and I open the fuel filler cap just to make sure there's no pressure, and there never is, but I'm silly like that. Again, pardon the shaky camera. My remote isn't working either, but probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and get some new fuel line here as well. This the flexible fuel line, the soft fuel line. I could probably go over there and get some of that later today, and it's literally just like a 12-inch piece here to be replaced. But let's go ahead and get this off. Hopefully we're not going to get a bunch of gas pouring out, but you never know. All right, let me see if I can zoom in on this for you. Hold on a second here. Let me go down a little bit, camera down. Here we go. I want to make sure, there we go. Now we can see where, hopefully we can see where we're working here. So there's our rubber fuel line. If you couldn't see it before, it's right here. Just a flathead screwdriver to take the clamp off, and then I'm just going to take a pair of pliers and I'm just going to gently twist it. And when I break that free, there is going to be some gas coming out. So I'm going to try and get this off of here. And if I end up tearing this, I may have to go back and get some new rubber fuel line, but I don't think I did here. Here we go. There we go. So you can see it. Gas coming out a little bit. Sorry, wife. Garage going to smell like gas for a little bit. That was a little more than I thought would come out, but we got the fix. Here we go. Here we go. Might as well just go ahead and slide the catch under there. There we go. There we go. Now we'll catch it all. Alrighty. Anyway, we're going to break free the hard line before we break. Don't break these bolts free yet that are mounting it to the engine. Let's go ahead and get the line free. Okay. Oh, that didn't take much. Didn't take much at all. I don't know if my hat's in the way, but I got gas going everywhere right now. There we go. Let's do some more. Just hold this up. Sorry, hopefully you can see this, but let's see if we can get that free again. There we go. All right, so it should be, I feel like it's hand loose already. Let's see here. Yep, it is. Okay, coming off. Hopefully you can see. There it is. All right. Make sure you got a couple good changes of gloves because you're going to get gas everywhere, like I said. These two bolts here are what's going to come out. I'm going to go get my 9/16 socket and we're going to take those out. I'm going to change these gloves. Okay, just so you can see what I did here because of the gas coming out of the inlet line, I just put a pair of vice grips on the end of it and laid it to the side. So there's no gas coming out of it now. And let's see, I got the small ratchet here. Let's see if we can get this to break free here. Yep, that was pretty easy. We still got gas coming out of that stupid gas line. Ugh, driving me nuts. I put liquid wrench on these fittings, these bolts. So I probably should have just taken this car out and ran as much gas out of it as I possibly could have before I started this. So definitely have something down there ready to catch this gas because it's a lot more than I anticipated. This is my first fuel pump on this car, by the way. First one I'm putting on. Finish this one. Bring that up here. How about that? There we go. Oh, dropping tools. Thank goodness it didn't land in the bucket of gas. But don't put your gas-covered tools on your paint job. Remember that. Let me pull this one out. All right, pardon me if the angle isn't exactly great for you to see here, but I got that last bolt all the way out. As you can see, this falls right out. Just going to pull it out. Get that bolt out. And I'm sure this has got some fuel in it, so I'm just going to drop it down on the bucket. Okay, and let's see here. So we've got gasket on there and gasket maker. I'm going to make sure all of this is off and clean. Probably going to have to go get my scraper. All right, got my gasket scraper, so we're just going to get the rest of this off. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to use some gasket maker and make sure it's fuel resistant. And then they gave me two here. Gaskets, not sure why, but thank you guys. I'm only going to need one, and we'll get this bad boy put on here in a second. I know I said I wasn't going to use gasket maker, but since they did, I want to make sure that I only do this once. I don't want to get back in there and have to do it again. So we're going to make sure this bad boy doesn't have any leaks whatsoever. And just so you can see, I'm just matching these up. They are pretty much the same fuel pump. The stem on the bottom might be a little longer on the new one. Let's see, again, I'm shooting this. There we go. Okay, just so you can see, and here's the arm on the fuel pump, and that's what the cam is going to push down to pump the fuel through here. And here's your instructions. Now, as far as I know, we don't have push rod style, so this we're going to try. It's got to go back in exactly the same way. It's not going to fit over top of the cam, just so you know. But it's going to go in. Ours is going to look just like that. And so we're going to put it in there. It might need to be finagled a little bit. Excuse that mechanical terminology, but I'm going to put it in now. So let's see if we can get this on camera. Sometimes this is the hardest part. So I have put a little bit of gasket maker on here, and I'm going to smooth that around just to hold the gasket in place while we're doing this. There we go. I'm going to have one bolt handy here just to get started, and it'll probably be the outside bolt because the inside bolt, probably should adjust the camera a little bit here. With a little luck, we'll get this thing in here smoothly. There we go. I got one bolt in it right now. You can see. Try not to knock any more tools into the, okay, there we go. Let's hand start this one if we can. It's got a little tension on it, but let's see here. Come on, get in there, baby. Hand start for me. Come on. Come on, you know you want, there we go. You know you want to. Sometimes you just got to talk nice to it. Now let me get the other one so we don't get that gasket flying all over the place and misalign, which it probably already is, but let's see here. And of course, we're still dealing with this stupid fuel line right here. There we go. And I'm looking down in there where you can't see. I want to make sure I don't put a hole in this gasket. So let's pull this back a little bit. There we go. And let's line that up. There we go. There we go. Come on. I know I'm saying there we go, but it looks like there we go from where I am. I know you guys probably can't see it that well, but I think we might have got lucky here. Did we get a thread on the inside? No, not yet. Okay. Don't have a there. Maybe now. Maybe if I do it like this. Sorry, I'm left-handed, guys and gals, if you're watching. Sometimes that's a hindrance. Okay. All right, so I don't know if you can see that now. I know that took, see if I can zoom on it for you a little bit. Sorry for the shaky camera. That took a little bit, but I think I got it hand started now. Probably would be easier working on this from the underside, but I don't have the benefit of a lift, so maybe this time it went in. Definitely want to make sure I don't cross thread anything. That's for sure. That's a problem I don't wish to have. I don't know. I like to rotate back and forth so I don't tighten one side all the way up and get something off on an angle or something like that, you know. All right, here's your close-up now. Gasket with a tiny bit of gasket maker on it just to hold it on the actual fuel pump base. And there's our bolts. That's where our soft line is going for the fuel. That's where our hard line is going for the fuel. I'm going to hook the hard line up first, which is right there. And hopefully it's about the same level so we don't have any fuel line issues. Be back in a second. You can see that line's, oh my gosh, yes, it lines up exactly. So we're good there. Let me go ahead and get it started. It's going to be a labor of love on this one, or a labor of hate, I should say. Just getting that line tightened up. Make sure you use one hand to hold on to the actual line itself so it doesn't get bent or kinked. You know, we are tight there. I don't want to crank it. Just want to make sure. Let's see. I'm going to go back the other way, and then I'm going to bring it back one more time. That should be good. Okay. Now, time for the Enigma. The fuel line, the rubber fuel line that's got all the fuel coming out of it. And I still have the old hose clamp on there, which should be fine. So let's release that. There's a little bit of fuel coming out of it. That's okay. I expected that. Let's get it all the way on there, Nancy. Oh, Nancy. I hate to use the name Nancy. It's on everybody's mind these days. Poor Nancy. Poor Nancy Guthrie. So you'll understand when this video was made. We still don't know where she is. I wake up every day hoping they're going to say they found her. And then we're going to tighten this back up. And we're tight. All right. So, and I know I'm saying so a lot, but that was about, I don't know, I'm filming and all that stuff and taking gloves off so I don't touch my phone with gas-covered gloves, but probably an hour. And I probably could have done it in a half an hour without filming, I would say. We're going to test it out here in just a second. I'm going to try and fire this thing up here. Let's see what happens. I know we're going to have to get some fuel in it. Hopefully we don't hear anything rattle or break. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Here we go. I'm just going to pump it a couple times, let it crank over and see what it sounds like. Well, let's take a look. Make sure we're not leaking anywhere. crank down that idle for a minute, let it run here, let it warm up. Watching for any drips, anything spurting out. You go ahead. Watch out for the fan because the fan shrouds on these are almost non-existent. Make sure I got all my tools out of there. I don't know. I think we're done, guys and gals. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, if you could give us a thumbs up, that'd be great. And I'm trying to remember exactly what that fuel pump cost me. I think it was around $37. And if you like this, again, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. And look, hardly any dirt on my hands, and I don't even think I'm smelling like gas.